Our quote of the week is usually found right at the tail end of these inserts. This week, however, it is apt to kick things off with these words from Augustine Og Mandino, an American author. You never know what events are going to transpire to get you home. It is a new week, it is a new day, and yeah, we're almost at the end of the year. And here we are, outside Malcolm's Power Steering Works. Geez, finally we get our roadworthy certificate, and now we're going through all of this. And here's the best thing, I can't even go and get the roadworthy disc for my vehicle because the license department here in Port Shepstone is closed because the people are on strike. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I don't even know if we're going to take Meraai home in 2024 or not. I have no idea, people, and I am not making any predictions, assumptions, because I am tired of being wrong. Earlier in the day, the guys at Malcolm's Power Steering sent me these pics. Pics that show irreparable damage to our brand new power steering pump. Damage caused as a result of East Coast Scratch and Dent never opening and servicing our power steering box. So the situation is I have had to hush for another power steering pump. This will be the third one that we are installing, and I've had to pay for all of them. And the reason why the manufacturer or the supplier will not replace it is because we are responsible for the contamination. When I say we, me here, and Meraai and I, in our bank account. So we are now waiting for the spares. They should be here today, and then I believe they will tomorrow morning work on the pump, and then it's got to be tested. So at this stage we're looking at Thursday morning, maybe. I'm even nervous of the word maybe these days. Some good news is that the spare parts for our steering box has arrived, and we can get cracking on sorting this mess out. Tell you what, the KZN South Coast is pumping. Lots of holiday makers. And I'm sure you oaks up in Joburg wish it was pumping there, pumping water. Because I know you oaks are in the dwang there, and I feel for you. We've had issues for the last 10 years and we're used to it and we're dealing with it. And it is also pumping here at Malcolm's Power Steering. Yeah, well, our pump is in, and now the guys are busy working on the box. So that box has been totally reconditioned. And also, I'll tell you what, there's a couple of doors I would like to recondition. This doors has now changed its ways and will be a good doors from now on. It's a pity that the same cannot be said about a few other doorses. Once Tiens has fully assembled the steering box, it shall be tested before being fitted into Meraai. At least now we know we have recourse if anything goes awry with the new steering system, which we could never say about the doors at East Coast Scratch and Dent. It was really interesting to see the transmission fluid removed from the steering box before refurbishment. Small iron filings are visible. This is what the fluid should look like. Right, so I am now going to wait to hear from Tiens, and we will probably be able to fetch Meraai tomorrow. Yes, I have said it, because I'm tired of pussyfooting around and thinking I'm the one who's jinxing this. Shit. Oops, moving right along. Meraai's refurbished steering box is now where it should be, and we are almost a go. It is Thursday afternoon, and Meraai and I have come through, and we are wearing, we have got our t-shirts on. The guys are just busy making sure that all the air is out of the pipes. Final checks are now underway. Everything seems to be working smoothly. However, a whirring noise is worrying me.
So that noise that you are hearing is only the relief valve. Okay. So it has to do with when you're on cool off.
Meraai is ready to head to her final stop at trade check. The work at Malcolm's power steering is done and dusted. Our 5-ton girl is carefully maneuvered out of the workshop. The petite frame fills the entrance with very little space to spare.
Yo, I'm glad you did that and not me.
The next stop is tread check to fix the last 2 catches on one of our storage bins. We also need to get our wheel alignment done. It was a wet but smooth 5-kilometer drive to Tyre in the Pan's workshop. Anthony immediately jumps in. He needs to add a few millimeters to each latch securing point. I cannot believe that this topsy-turvy journey is almost over. In October last year, 2023, I bought Meraai 2 tread check to have her wheel alignment done. And while we were having our wheel alignment done, the gates of hell opened for Meraai and I. And we discovered everything that was wrong with the way this vehicle had been built. We discovered things that put our lives in danger when we got behind the wheel. And it was devastating. Now, over a year later, we are back at tread check, and the guys are just fixing that catch on the side, and then we are going to have our wheel alignment done again. And then, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to hit the road. And nails the work on the latches in no time at all. Next up, our wheel alignment. Everything is going well. I climbed into the pit to get some visuals from a different angle. It was then that my world started to fall apart again. What is it? Diesel?
Diesel. That's bad.
Oh, shit. This shouldn't be leaking. Shouldn't be leaking. Shouldn't be leaking. It's enough now. It really is enough. We were at this exact same space a few weeks ago.
There's a clamp loose.
Clamp loose. Clive Lee immediately dispatched a team of mechanics. The guys think that they have found the leak, and it's on a little clamp up near the filters. I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that those clamps were checked. So I don't know why these clamps are doing it again, but I am so over this, I cannot begin to tell you. Our dreams were being dashed for the umpteenth time. All right, so the decision has been made. I just spoke to Randy from Clively Engineering, and he is recommending that they redo all of the piping on the fuel system, because you'll remember a couple of weeks ago, I freaked when we found diesel underneath here the last time I came to fetch her. But anyway, bottom line is the vehicle is not coming home right now. It is going back to Clive Lee, and I will speak to those guys tomorrow. Mariki and I headed home, the grey skies echoing our mood. Neither of us spoke, as there was nothing to say. The next day I took sanctuary at my workstation. That old saying of once bitten, twice shy was in full force. The last few times that Meraai has been ready for collection, I have been there hours before, ready and champing at the bit to bring her home. This time, baby. I have let Randy from Clively Engineering know that he must please call me when all the work is done and she has been for a test drive and we can come and collect. Until then, I am sitting right here. Impatience eventually won, and we hit the road to Clive Lee. Randy said this whole thing would take a couple of hours. That was 4 hours ago. And I've been sitting at home, cucking myself to phone him and say, what's going on? So finally, I relented and called him, and he said, no, we can come and fetch her. And I said, but? And And he said no buts. So I am really hoping there are no buts. I am able to express my feelings via this channel. Mariki does not have that. My soulmate is torn apart by what has happened to us during this build. It is only due to her hard work and sacrifices that we have gotten this far. I often wish I had never subjected her to all this frustration, pain, and downright anger. We arrived at Clive Lee, and Meraai was nowhere to be seen. So I spoke to Randy just before we left home, and he said, no, we can come fetch it, but we've got here, Meraai is not here. So I've asked Sherry from Clive Lee Engineering, where is Meraai? And she said, no, the guys have just taken her out for another drive. That makes me very nervous. I'm very, very nervous. I stood next to the entrance to Clive Lee and waited for Meraai to return from the test drive. As the emergency vehicle hurtled past, I had images of Meraai being involved in an accident. We are so used to having our hopes destroyed that it has become the norm. I was so relieved when Meraai came into view. The relief turned to apprehension as she turned into Clive Lee. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Everything was fine. We were on our way home. Yeah, baby! I didn't think I was gonna get all like excited. I am excited! Meraai was driving beautifully. We were home. This has been a long time coming. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. It was good.
This is good.
It was good. Hello, my doggies. The furry kids would soon get to know Meraai very well. I am, however, a bit concerned about a noise that is coming from the power steering pump. I have let the guys at Malcolm's know about it, and we shall address it next year. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Meraai is home. We built this busport, 2-3 years ago? And Meraai has spent a couple of nights in there. I must say, coming up the driveway and getting in there, I was pooping myself a little bit. I'm going to have to get used to this, and getting her out is also going to be, got to get used to it. We got a huge driveway, and it was designed with plenty of space to do the turning, but we got to learn that. Anyways, my friends, that is it for 2024. I am thrilled to end the year on this note. We will break bread again, probably only on the 6th of January. We're going away next week, and after 4 years, we're going to leave Meraai right there and disappear to the Free State. Not in Meraai. Meraai still needs to be tested. But thank you so much for all your support. It has been incredible, and it has been one hell of a ride. My word. But for now, this stage, is done. If you guys are traveling to places on holiday, or if you're there, please enjoy yourselves. When you're on the road, be careful. Drive really carefully. There's a lot of arseholes out there. And I wish you and your families a blessed Christmas. And hopefully 2025 is a kick-ass year for all of us. So much love to all of you, and keep your dreams alive. Thank you, my engel, my lief. Ek het jou lief. Ek bemin jou.